Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to Melbourne for the opening race of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to the Australian Grand Prix. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 16 corners and 3.3 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles an hour. The close proximity of the barriers makes accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. Can Mercedes start with victory in their bid to win a 7th consecutive Constructors' title? Could Ferrari or Red Bull establish an advantage early on? And with 22 cars on the grid, how quickly can the new team find their footing? Well, it's great to be back, Anthony Davidson. We've got a lot to talk about this year.
That's right, Crofty. It felt like a long winter, but it's good to finally be back. I have to think the usual suspects will battle it out at the front, but there are always going to be some teething problems early on in the season, so whoever can keep on top of their issues will have the advantage today.
As I mentioned earlier, we're up to 11 teams this season, with a new entry run by, well, of all things, an owner-driver. That's something we haven't seen in this sport since Hector Raback over 4 decades ago. So how are they looking so far?
Ever since their participation was announced, there were questions being asked about whether an outfit like this could survive, and certainly it's proving to be a trial by fire so far. Let's hope they can continue to draw in investment and find a little more pace as well.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and Alexander Albon lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Hamilton, Carlos Sainz, and Vettel, Norris, Perez, Stroll, and Daniel Ricciardo, Kvyat, Leclerc, Esteban Ocon, and Gasly, Grosjean, Magnussen, Kimi Raikkonen, and Antonio Giovinazzi, Aitken, Richards, Russell, and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
All right, what's going on, everybody? We are going to be streaming some F1 here. Did an episode about this kind of leading up to this race.
I know what you can do.
And we are going to be jumping in here. I've kind of dabbled around a little bit with some of the races, done the pre-qualifying and the practice and all of that stuff, or I should say the qualifying and the practice. And we are in a 20th pole position here, 20th start position out of 22. And boy, the starts in this game are really, really hard. I've noticed. I mean, you just kind of, it's just a crazy accident-ridden traffic jam at the start here. So very, very complicated the first few turns. And again, not really expecting to finish with points in this race, but at least it gives you a chance to kind of look at the game overall. We do have the settings on short race length, so I think that puts us at about 15 laps or so. So that's what we're going to do here. And but a really, really good game. I talked about it before. This is one of the most realistic sport games I've played recently. And I guess, like most people, a little concerned with the acquisition by Electronic Arts of Codemasters to see where this game goes. But again, optimistic as well, because it is just a really, really good game. So, but yeah, excited to jump in here and just do some racing. I won't be looking at the chat probably a whole lot because there's just literally no time to even take my eyes off of this. It's so damn fast. Have the camera off as well, just because, again, it kind of need to see the whole screen in these different setups and whatnot. So we're going to get started here in just a second. I'm going to just adjust my camera. And I don't know, let's go, let's just go far chase today. That sounds good. All right, let's jump into it.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Oops. Gotta be careful not to cut too many corners. Well, we moved up to 16th from 20th on one lap, so I'll take that. Car's got a little damage there. Oops, that wasn't a good turn at all. Terrible. Damn, that's some major damage.
Okay, watch the aggression, please. We don't want to lose places because of a penalty.
Oh man. Oof. I cannot steer. That wing damage is bad. And we're in dead last. Damn. Wow, I can't even take that turn.
Times are falling off. We want you to pit in for repairs. Box, box, box.
Oh, I'm just getting smoked.
Exit now.
Trying.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
This course has a speed limit on their pit entrance and exit. See if we can make up any ground when the other cars go into pit. I'm hoping we don't have to pit for the rest of the race, but I don't know. That comes down to fuel. Actually, no, our fuel will be okay, so we'll just have to kind of really push these tires.
Car in front is 15.8 seconds.
Gonna switch the camera view here in a second. Let's see.
Gap to the car ahead is 12.5 seconds. trailing our teammate by 46.9 seconds. Jack is coming in for a stop. Is 7.6 seconds. Started to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop. smooth. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, you're creating some breathing space between you and the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Okay, gap ahead is 7.5 seconds.
Ooh, we just got the fastest lap in the entire race. We're second to last. It's just too bad we had that accident and had to pit. Couldn't set my name as Mike Lowe, so I had to go with my middle name. Chance we can still catch the car in front of us, maybe.
Tire condition is still looking good. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race.
My teammate in front of me there, so it'd be nice to catch him the last lap. Well, we started 20th, we finished 19th. But we had an accident, had to pit on like the third lap, so I'm actually pretty happy with how we went. I believe we recorded the fastest lap time too, the top 2 fastest lap times, if I'm reading the game's messaging right.
A great race then, and a fantastic victory here at Albert Park. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. So, let's review the drivers' standings. Valtteri Bottas passes his rival to take over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
That's got to be the Flying Finn. Wait, how many Flying Fins have we had now? Anyway, I'm talking about Bottas this time. Just great raw speed, and a good job in traffic as well.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Yeah, so we had the fastest lap. You can see it's there in purple. Yeah, it's just too bad the start we had was a little bit rough for sure. I was involved in a few incidents here. 4 collisions. Sorry, guys. Let's see what our pit time was. Yeah, so we had to get that front wing repaired. Ugh. And it's only an extra, 5 or 6 seconds in the pit, but you have to drive, a lap or two before you really kind of make that commitment sometimes to just go in and get it fixed. So it's hard to get a true lap time. But I guess we were slower than his, so I'm not very happy with that because we had the same replacement. So, oh yeah, and I had a terrible exit. Let's look at my lap times here. Look at the first 3 laps. First 3 laps, we were in 4 different accidents. And we had to pit. We recorded the fastest lap time. I mean, those last few laps were really solid. But look at those. Look at the first 3-4 laps. Look at that. Accidents, pits, driving with a broken wing. And then from lap 5 on, I mean, 6 and 7 were okay. But lap 5 was solid. And then after that, starting with lap 8, they were really solid times, including the fastest time. So, hey, that's how it goes. Yeah, and I don't even think it was wet. It was just cloudy, Nick. Things felt pretty good. I just was too aggressive. I started 20th, and I was just trying to get caught up, and just, you just end up getting blasted. So now I need to figure out how to save. One thing I don't have autosave turned on because I just don't like autosave in games. Because I actually finished this race.
That must be incredibly disappointing. It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it? You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip?
No, I just don't really know how to drive a race car.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Critique of their cameraman. I mean, I used to work in broadcast journalism. You don't close your other eye when you're filming. You just want to keep your eye out for surroundings. I guess in a straight interview like that, you can probably get away with it, but if you're filming any kind of action, you want to keep that other eye kind of peripheral to see what's going on around you. Might be missing something. So there we go. I made 50 grand that race, but I had to pay for my own damages. What kind of company makes you do that? Is that real? Yeah, Nick, I only get the one question from her. She's got to move on to legit drivers here. So, all right, well. Okay, so it says saving game, right? I don't know if I believe that. So how do I save this? See how, like, does anyone know? Have you guys played this? Like, I legit don't know how to save. And I'm worried because I got past this once before. It's not on here. Like, I finished this race over the weekend, I think. And I got super discouraged because I came back to turn it back on thinking it had saved, and it did not save. And I am kind of feeling like I'm stuck in that same situation here of not knowing how to save this. It wouldn't be like under customization or anything. I gotta quit crashing. Yeah, but I have autosave turned off, Nick, so that's what I'm confused about. Like I legit don't know how to save this. And I hit, like if I hit start, exit the game and return to the main menu, maybe it's in here, I can turn on autosave or something? So if I quit the main menu, it says season progress will be lost, but I did that before and it was fine. It's just when I turned off the system and came back, it was all gone. It's one of the only quirky things about this game is like you should probably make one of your most important elements very obvious. I mean, I don't think I have an option here. I guess I'm just going to quit to the main menu. See, it saves, so it says there, right? It's on the right race. That's what we want. I'm just going to have to turn it just back on, I guess. Wherever the hell I did that. I'm trying to remember where... Game options, I guess. Okay, so autosave is on. That's weird, because I definitely had it turned off. Oh, I guess. So, I mean, that's good news. It's here, but I don't know. I still get worried that it's not. But anyway, we had some customization options here. Let's see. What do we got? What unlocked here? Here's the car, by the way. Tried to do something a little bit different. Just a little purple streak there. My graphics are sharp. Again, this is PS4 running on the PS5 right now. Just awesome detail on their graphics. Really nice skins on everything. I mean, the seat. I mean, it's just really nice. Well, I acted like I could customize something, but what exactly? Or did I just get a new? Oh, I see. We got a new one. Oh, no, it's pretty cool. It's only got the two colors though. Oh, I see. It's like half and half. That's kind of neat. Maybe for season 2 I can adjust. I mean, I'm gonna stick with what we got right now. That is pretty cool looking. Alright, let's see what we got here. We gotta plan something. We got 2 days before the next race weekend starts. So this will increase racecraft. This will increase my driver acclaim. I want to get our team a little more well known. Let's do that. Okay, so that's set up. We don't really have enough money to do anything here yet. Three things in progress. Yeah, Nick, you can research the part that failed, and what's cool is it will not fail the second time, which, there's an argument that that's not realistic. So let's see if I can figure out how to work this history part. No, but we had one fail. Oops. Let me go back and see. And so what's in progress? We had actually our first two failed, just dumb luck. And so now they're being worked on again. It will be a 100% success. So we'll get some nice upgrades, hopefully, to the car here whenever they're done. Oh, that's weird. Why is it saying... I definitely went to redo those, so that's bizarre that they're not... Or maybe I did it the last time when it didn't save properly. That's probably what I did. I probably should have gone up here. I thought I had already done that. So like I said, it didn't save properly the first time I finished that race. But yeah, I see it's cheaper. It's only $250, and it's 100% going to work. So we'll do those next time, though. We'll be able to get that done. So let's see here. I haven't really messed with this. Like, I know you get like a finite number of like power unit pieces here, gearboxes, and so on. I haven't touched any of this. I'm still trying to figure this out. And then your weekend tire allocation. Just been kind of going with balance for now, which seems to be doing just fine. And I believe we get another sponsor now. Yeah, so we can get a second sponsor. And I'll just go with the one I looked at the last time just to save some time. But basically, they give you, again, weekly income and a goal bonus. This one, I'm just looking to kind of max out the weekly income. So we'll sign up with them, and then we, of course, can go over to the car, throw those on. We like our oceans here. What color should I make it? I'll just throw them on there for now. Let me know a color that you think might look good. Because again, they don't really need to match, right? It's kind of the color of the actual fictitious company. I'm just going to put it on the wings here. Go Atlantic. Yeah, whatever. We'll just go with that. So we're not the last place team. We are better than Williams already. That's gotta be embarrassing for them. Alright, well, let's advance time.
We're in a position now where we're able to attract a new sponsor to the team. Head over to the corporate tab and select the
We did that
sponsors
already.
screen to choose who we should approach.
Just to make sure. Yeah, so we're good there. Oh, that's cool. The next one's a night race. Not really looking to make too many changes here after one race. I haven't done this track at all, so this game must load really slow on the PS4 because it's pretty slow on the PS5. Alright, so we got 3 practice sessions and then a qualifying session. And I'm realizing that these practice sessions are pretty darn important. We're just going to keep everything the same here. Got 2 really sharp turns, 3 sharp turns for sure. 3 pretty big straights. 4 big straights. Weather looks good. Yeah, oh yeah, I did all the full sessions. They helped tremendously. Just anticipating, your turns and things like that for sure. Like I think something that I agree, Nick. If there's a recommendation I give to people who are playing this game, don't skimp on your practice. I enjoy it. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Truthfully, it's a lot less stressful than a race when there's 21 other cars out there. But yeah, let's jump in. Just kind of see how this track feels and whatnot. Hopefully, it's always a mixture of like, if this is real, I'd probably take it a little easy on the first few laps just to get a feel, which I guess we could do. I just don't want to wreck. I think 2 of my 3 practice sessions I ended up wrecking, and of course they come interview, and it's like, what happened? It's like I said, I don't know how to drive a race car. So my wife says I drive sometimes like a race car driver though, so I guess I have a little bit of experience. I wouldn't mind going to an F1 race. When I lived in Austin, I remember hearing it the 1 year I was there. Lived pretty. Well, I must have. I thought I heard, or maybe I didn't hear it, but I remember seeing all the commotion. I'm trying to remember if we definitely heard a lot of concerts. We were right by Zilker Park. Session info. Does this tell us anything new here? just you'll see a lot of really cool detail with this game though on the screen. You know, there's little programs they give you that they kind of want you to work on. So like drive a whole lap without leaving the track. Okay.
When you get a chance, make sure to run
And the timing's starting, right? So like I literally have 30 minutes, which I think is awesome. Like I can spend time reading or driving. Beat the average speed trap speed. Complete a full lap using minimal fuel. How do you do that? Activate DRS in all zones during a practice. Okay. Complete a lap with at least 2 different car setups. Okay, that one's easy. Or reading and driving at the same time, yes. Okay, we're not gonna mess with that. And like what's cool is like you'll actually see like who's out on the practice sessions. Like right now there's nobody out there. And if they were, you can go and like literally watch them like this. So I mean just like why isn't this stuff in like other games, right?
While the radio is active, cycle through command groups with the MFD button.
You know, we saw where in a game, you know, NFL 2K5, you could see highlights of other games. I mean, this is this AI driver going through their practice session, like, and he's the only guy out there. And so it's just really, really cool. As you can see him there, he's on the track. All right, how do I, oh yeah, so let's do this. Let's go to track. That's not a bad idea. I don't know if I've told these guys, but I've never actually been here. I don't even know what country this is, guys. I'm woefully unprepared. My driver's like the equivalent of like just sleeping through all meetings. Like, well, we went over the track design. Like, yeah, I wasn't paying attention to that. So like this turn, no idea. We'll get it. We should be able to figure it out here. Yeah, 92, NHL 92 had it too. I apologize, I won't be reading many comments here as I'm driving. It's quite difficult. Definitely helps having the guides on, which I guess kind of simulates. You know, normally I don't like guides like that, but you got to think like this isn't like my real job. So to me, like having these guides on kind of simulates like, okay, clearly you've had meetings, you've practiced. Oof. That's a turn I gotta work on. Trying to read too many things on the screen there. This track isn't too bad at all. I'm going to take that one a lot wider. Whoa! Hey, that's it. Oops. No, go forward. That's why we practice. See how the car's doing. Okay,
just
good.
want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them.
Alright, here comes that rough turn. Alright, that time was too aggressive. Trying the whole overtake and the DRS button, there's so many buttons it's having you. And I'm trying to read my screen there too. Yikes. Oops. Jeez, that turn. Whew, that's why they give you practice.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Oops. Oops.
Be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage.
Yeah, I gotta practice being aggressive too. I need all the practice I can get. Ah, bad turn. He's got to practice getting out of my way.
You have a lot of wing damage. Box for a new one.
Wonder what my interview's gonna be like. Like, why are reporters at my practice sessions? I mean, come on. Nothing else going on in the world? Oh boy, this is gonna be bad. Yeah, I kind of need that front wing to work there.
Tires are falling off. We want you to pit in for repairs. Box.
Where do I do that at? That's one thing that helps with practice too, is like just learning where the pit is. That's fine. I just don't know where it is. Nick, one thing I've noticed, or others in this game, like I haven't seen any like huge accidents or anything. And like I don't, you know, it doesn't need to be like an arcade game, but like I just thought I'd see like some cars going flying or something, you know. Oh, this must be the pit here. Whoops. Sorry about that. Didn't see the line there. I'll pause and check the chat too, see what's going on. Alright, oh, let's see. Yeah, Nick, I can already tell I want to turn off the brake assist because sometimes it brakes a little sooner than I want. And then, yeah, definitely the line assist. Yeah, no, their customization is really solid. I mean, you can turn on and off anything you want. Yeah, it's very, very, very cool. Hey, buddy, the dog just brought me a stuffed toy. All right, you got a little stuffed hedgehog. She wants me to play Sonic. Actually, she probably wants me to stop streaming. She's like, come on, that game sucks. Let's play at the Hedgehog. Where are we at, by the way, in... Oh, let's get this done. Oops, no, I don't want to restart. Oh yeah, they're going to fix my wing. Oh, that's right, they take you in fully here so you can review some stuff. Yeah, I've seen the safety car, yeah. I turned it on. It just, all these, like the details like this, right? It's just immersion. Immersion matters in gaming. It just seems to be kind of falling by the wayside. You know, we've hit a lot of these objectives. I don't even know what I'm going to do for using minimal fuel. I mean, I can drive like, I would say my grandma. My grandma used to drive super fast. It was super hilarious. Like, I shouldn't say super hilarious. She used to drive super fast, and it was hilarious. My brother and I used to crack up when she'd drive us home from school, and she'd just be like tearing down side streets. No radio. Two things were always guaranteed in my grandma's car. You were going to fly, and there'd be no radio at all. Complete a lap with at least two different... Oh, we can do the different setups right now.
I know it's tempting to focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before the end of
Yeah,
FP3
I never know where to change these is the problem. So, car setup, right? So yeah, I'll just do increase, yeah, whatever. That'll at least give me the thing there. And then I'll go super slow.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute.
Because I would imagine if I just go crazy slow, I'll use a lot less fuel, right? Nick, do you have a wheel? If so, what do you recommend? Can I just keep it on pit cruise control the whole lap? We're gonna do a grandma lap here, guys. Again, not my grandma. Maybe your grandma. My grandma be smoking all these fools. Just a cool 55. My dog now has a paw on me, on my leg. Yeah, like I definitely, I was looking on, like I think I followed the Reddit like sim racing or I don't know, something like that, and you can see people's like setups and stuff with their cockpits, and yeah, I can do that. The square footage here in San Diego doesn't really allow for that. It's like 1,500 square feet, and you're talking, 750 to 800,000. A lot of times you're not going to have room for a racing cockpit. Let's just put it that way. I guess you could like put it outside. We are setting up a little TV area outside with a little covered patio, so I'm excited for that. But maybe I could set one up out there. That'd be kind of cool. You're supposed to pass on the left, buddy. I have no idea if this is actually going to preserve fuel or not. But my wife and I, we've watched the first 2 seasons of that Formula One show on Netflix. It's really good. It's a really well done show. And again, coming from someone who like doesn't give 2 F's about F1 racing before watching that show, I didn't know a single driver, like none. You could have held a gun to my head and said, name one F1 driver. I'd have been like, I don't know, Mario Andretti. No idea. It's a really well done show. My wife really liked it. She likes the kind of the stories behind it. Probably the sexy drivers. Yeah, it's really well done. I think they said there's a 3rd season coming out too, which I'm guessing should be like soon, right? Because the 21 season starts, or yeah, Drive to Survive, that was called. Look up. It's like you have this game, and then you have actual Formula One, and you have that show, and I always get all the names mixed up. Man, I better get some credit for this slow ass lap. Yeah, can you switch cameras like as we sit here? Damn, I didn't get credit for preserving fuel, huh? Oh, there's a setting for it? Of course, Waffle. Of course you know that. I think Waffle actually is in game development. Like, I think he works on the development team for all these games. He has, like, the most obscure knowledge of all games. I kind of like this cruising. How much time do I have left in my practice session? Doesn't it show you that somewhere? This game's sweet though. I like it. Delante, did you grab you better have grabbed a team in our NFL chat. Our SSG Discord, by the way, guys. We're doing a little, not fantasy. Well, I guess it's a mock draft, right? We're going to be doing our own NFL mock draft. And I was going to do it soon, but I figured, well, we might as well wait for free agency to start up, because right now it's just a little early, and we probably have not quite half the teams claimed so far. But if you want to jump in there and grab a team, that'd be cool. Delante knows all these weird, like, oh, if you turn right there, you'll end up in like a Mario world. And there's like a tunnel your guy will go through, and he'll have a shell on his car. They won't be able to cause any damage to your car. Yeah, you didn't know that? Delante is weird game knowledge. Delante is like the Nintendo Power of modern gaming. If you guys don't know what Nintendo Power is, no, you're probably not old like me. Car setup, okay. Oh, maybe I'll just, I don't know. Delante, I need some specifics on how to set this fuel conserving thing. How are we not out of our session yet? I'm scared of what EA is going to do this game, but we'll have to see. This is a fun game though. It's really, really well done. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Hit the options button and then return? Well, there's the options button. Return. Oh, return to garage? Nick, why do I want to do that? Top right. Oh, okay, so we have 4 minutes left. Oh, duh. So many things to look at. Thank you. And speaking, I mean, this game does a pretty good job of like utilizing their screen space too, which is a lot harder than it sounds. I do a lot of that with my work. We design like mobile apps for education and things like that, and you run out of screen space really quickly. And not just that. I mean, you're not going to run out of screen space here necessarily, but like utilizing it where you're not blocking all that's important to see. That does a really nice job. It's really just a very, very clean, well-designed game. Like, it's the best compliment I can really give it. And then today with sports games, like, that's just a rare thing. Like, just playing Diamond Dynasty a little bit this week, and I'm just like, why is the person I'm playing's logo, like, why are their icon, it's like a cupcake with like an ice cream cone upside down on it, and I'm like, why San Diego Studios? Why is that a thing? Why are we catering to upside down ice cream cone guy? Like, I get you want it to be fun, but like, MLB broadcasts don't do that. They have plenty of following. The World Series doesn't have crap like that. They have plenty of people watching it. It's like Madden with the SpongeBob stuff. Like, why? This is unnecessary. So anyway, it just drives me a little nuts. But I love that this game doesn't have that crap. I mean, there's some unlockables I'm seeing too in this game too. But I don't know. I guess I understand too. You have to appeal. Like a 9-year-old is gonna probably play a game a lot different than I am. Yeah, I just turned 41, man, on Saturday. Feel good though. Feeling all right. Had my first COVID birthday. My wife hooked it up though, man. She did some good work. She put in some effort. It was awesome. I mean, not that my wife, she's very good on the effort. She definitely beats me in that department. But I mean, she has to understand I'm busy trying to drive an F1 car. She's got to understand that. Just kidding. Don't treat your girlfriends and wives. Like, don't put F1, fictitious F1 driving before your significant others or family. It's probably a recipe for disaster. Although you'll be a much better driver. You can never get too much good marriage advice, especially from one guy to another.
Just 30 seconds left in the session.
I mean, you have a very loyal wife. It's one thing for Nick to be watching me play this, but your wife's watching. Like, that's huge props. I'm a big fan. In a non-creepy way. This game does make you drive more aggressively in real life. Like, I was driving around yesterday, yesterday or over the weekend. And, oh, that's it, alright. Hey, look at that. Michael Richards. What do I do now? Do I just go back to the garage? Are they just going to let me stay out here? I mean, this is one of the first practice sessions I've ever finished, because usually I wreck my car. So I'm getting better. I didn't wreck it. Oh. Yeah, I'm like merging on the freeways like this, like, wah, I flip over my car. Like, officer, have you ever played F1 2020? I mean, come on, man. Hey, what's up, Storms? Storms, what are we gonna do this year with no legit baseball game other than out of the park baseball, which is... Okay, there we go. Which is the best baseball game, by the way. Well, we finished first in practice. I'm what you'd call a coach killer, right? Just awesome practice player, then I show up to the game and disastrous results. Storms, I have no idea how this compares. Nick or somebody else might be able to help you how it compares to 18. This is the only one I've ever played. And I've only had it like, I don't know, a week?
What an incredible
week and a half,
practice
yeah.
session. The fun doesn't stop here, though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
Yeah, I'm not even like disappointed in San Diego Studios. Like when I saw people were wigging out about like when they released there's no carryover. I just have no reaction. I just don't care. Like, and it's funny because if you kind of look up like the opposite of like love, it's not complacency. It's well, I'm sorry, love and hate are actually very, very similar emotions, right? They oftentimes will relate, but really the opposite of a hate situation is just total complacency, and that's kind of where I'm at with that game. Like I saw the news and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't have to play 162 games, so that's good news. But I truly mean, I'm kind of relieved because it gives me time to play a game like this or things like that. Oh yeah, was that you, Nick? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. Like, I'm kind of relieved because I don't know why I got to be a drag last year. And I usually, without COVID, I'm usually trying to travel a lot, during that time of the year, like, in the spring. And so it's just, you're getting behind, and it was like a weird stressor. So I don't know. I'll probably end up playing sometime in Dynasty this year, honestly. I'm sure I'll still get the game and everything, but I'm hoping we can like set up a little Diamond Dynasty league with some people who just want to make it kind of what they want. Things like that would be cool. Let's see if I got any warnings. Speeding in the pit lane. They didn't give me any warnings for like smoking people. Well, Storms, I think what people are waiting for is that I think they're hopeful that, and it is understandable, like if they expanded this to Xbox and was it PC as well, that, they probably get if they had to revamp franchise, it makes a lot of sense that they would have to get rid of it this year. And I think that's a perfectly fair trade. I think it's a very, very fair trade. But if it's never coming back, it's a huge blow to franchise. And at the same time, it was a very revolutionary feature. It's the only game that had it. And so it was really nice to have. But, the first year they had it, it didn't work right. It didn't import on base percentage properly, which drove me crazy. So, I don't know. I've come to expect, like, when you finish the season, just hold your breath. And I would even consider continuing to play 20, but then the schedules don't work right? The schedules never roll over. You're playing the same stupid interleague games and things like that. So, I don't know. These games just aren't focused on this sort of stuff, guys. They're just not. If you haven't figured that out, you just probably haven't been paying attention, which is understandable. But, it's just is what it is. So, hey, fastest lap again. I have this at 40 difficulty. I just figured that was the first number that would click it over to medium. And trust me, I was struggling for a while, but now it's starting to get like, ooh, maybe this is getting a little too easy. But, I'm still figuring out the game. Again, I don't even know how to save the game properly, so. Race director. Oh, I already looked at that. Alright, let's just advance. So 1 practice session down. Yeah, NCAA coming back. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's not terribly surprising, but oh, that's right. It's not. It's EA Sports College Football. So it's going to be College Station versus Austin, Los Angeles versus South Bend. So 1 practice session down. So can I look at my progress here? Or does it give you brand new goals like each? Oh, I guess each practice has like its own thing, huh? Dang it, we're gonna win this race. Feeling good. Yeah, I remember Bill Walsh. Yeah, I think 93. Was it 93 the first one? I think I played every single. Well, I played every Madden that was on Genesis on. I didn't play like the PC, like the original Madden. I wasn't playing those games by then. But I definitely played Madden 92. I've probably played every single Madden at least at some point. There was definitely some years where I bought it and just barely touched it. Like I remember the first year I was teaching. That game came out probably like 2 or 3 weeks before I started my first year teaching. Yeah, I didn't get to play that very much. Delante, I don't know what Tyrus are. I refuse to call it. Like, why do they? Is that just like the international word for tires? I mean, I know it is, but like, what is that? Sports Talk Joe Montana was an awesome game. It was one of the only games that you could actually play in like the kind of a broadcast camera mode where it worked really well. If you ever want to just look that up, look up Joe Montana football. That was actually a really solid game. Yeah, I remember playing that. My very first football game was on Atari, and it was like 3-on-3 football. It was ridiculous. Of course, Delante uses the word tires with a Y in the chat. Like, Mike, could you check on the tires? Which tires were you using, Michael? Let's see. Well, guys, I'm not up for another practice session right now. Maybe I'll stream it again later tonight, though. Because it's chilly. Well, I shouldn't say that out loud. I know. I work with people where it's like -1 degrees today, and I'm like, oh man, it's cold here today. SoCal, it's like 55. I'm freezing. I'm like, oh yeah, wait a minute. I always forget. But point being, it is cold here today, so I'm not really planning to do a whole lot. It's already getting dark, so. But anywho, if you guys do have. If you want to see some other streams tonight, let me know. But anyway, I'm on Twitter, I should say, at MikeLow47. I appreciate you guys popping in, checking out the chat, watching a little gameplay here. Really, really fun game, though. I really do. I highly recommend it, and I don't always like highly recommend tons and tons of sports games. I don't mind the word theater. I mean, I can deal with that. But get your Tyrus out of here. And so. But yeah, I do. I recommend this game a lot. I think so far the season mode's cool. It's got enough immersion that it really keeps things interesting. And I can see it's probably going to start to get a little bit repetitive, but dang, more games need to be doing more stuff like this. So I think it's really cool to see. But anyway, guys, thanks for checking it out. Thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel, and we'll be doing some more franchise play. I'm just trying to decide which game people want to watch, whether it's anything from Diamond Dynasty to Madden franchise to more college football, that sort of stuff. So just let me know if you got some feedback. Let me know. But yeah, thanks for popping in, everybody. I'll see you next time.